Hiya! I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gargano Show!
Live from the Xfinity Mobile Studio, which is my living room. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday to all across the Delaware Valley as we had a new frigid week is upon us. This is the Anthony Gargano Show presented by the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app and, of course, our friends from Xfinity. So where do we stand? It's a big day today as things get underway at the Senior Bowl. So down in Mobile, in fact, we will talk to Franny, who was at the Senior Bowl, and Baldi, who was at the Senior Bowl. So it's a big convention. I love it down there. It's a big NFL convention. It kind of kicks off mock season, NFL draft mock season. But really what it is it's a great spot for all of the league to gather, right? It's more like a convention. Just like the Combine is a convention, this is like a convention. So, what's next for the OC? Still, there's no answers. Declan Doyle has taken himself out of the running for the Eagles job. Mike Kafka has joined the Lions not as a passing game coordinator, not even as an OC. So right now, just so you know, you got 4 head coaching jobs that are out there: Buffalo, Cleveland, Arizona, the Raiders. And then as far as the OCs are concerned, you got Baltimore. And because Baltimore went with a defensive head coach, it's going to need somebody to run the show. You got the Steelers. Now, McCarthy's the head coach there. So there you go. All right. You're going to need somebody to work under McCarthy. Presumably, McCarthy calls the plays. And then you got the Eagles. And, as it ticks down, where are we going? And I do know that they have a call today kind of to regroup. There's a lot of conjecture out there, right? And as always, the truth lies in the middle. People are going, well, the Eagles are casting a wide net, talking to people, picking their brains about what's the next offense that's going to come in vogue in the NFL. That's ridiculous. They're trying to get an OC, all right? They're trying to figure out who's the best guy that we can hire, all right? Let's be real here. This isn't some ploy. Let's interview 1 million people, and then, look, we're going to get ideas. Come on now. Let's be realistic. When you are building an offense, you build it around your personnel, all right? Like, that's the truth of the matter. They need somebody to come here who's good. And I think that's their concern right now is where do we go? Do we go, ultra young? Do we go, veteran? The choices are dwindling. We know that Dable is looking for a head job. If not, he goes to Tennessee. So I know his name's still out there, but he's not part of the mix. There's not a lot of guys left. You got Nagy. You got Grizzard, who EJ likes him. I kind of like him a little bit. So we'll talk to all the guys. Fun show today, football show, as we'll get to Franny Films, Baldi, and BG. It's Brandon Graham on Tuesdays. We love our Tuesdays with BG. He's going to join us. Quick note. Yesterday, because of the snowstorm and we're all locked in the house, I was so excited about yesterday afternoon. Because of the storm, the Sixers played a 3:00 in the afternoon game against Charlotte. And then the Flyers were at 7 against the Islanders. I'm like, this is great. A double-double. Could it have been worse? Seriously. The Sixers didn't even show up. They get outscored 41-22 in the second quarter, right? All right, horrible half. How did they respond in the third quarter? The third quarter that has given them issues all year long, they get outscored 40-15. What? 40-15. Yo, listen, I get it. It was a throwaway game. They played tonight, right? You got a game tonight against Milwaukee. You just can't not show up though. And I love him, right? But the more I look at Nick Nurse, the more issues I have. Like, you got to have your team ready to play. Like, you can't. I know there's no Embiid, no George. Like, those guys get the day off. All right. This is Charlotte. You just can't just lay down and just get embarrassed. That was weak. And then last night, when I'm looking for a little hope, after the Sixers game, Flyers get whitewashed by the Isle. Look, the shorthanded goal killed them early. And, the problem is that you're coming off the road trip. You had the big win against Colorado. That's an issue, right? Like, so you come home after the trip. Ersan, and this is the truth of the matter, Ersan has played 6 in a row. Because Kolosov, you can't play. So they're riding Ersan until Vladar gets back. And he can't stand up. Like, couple cheapies last night. And I think there was that road trip thing working. So Flyers go down. They're back at it tomorrow night at Columbus. They got a back-to-back at Columbus, at Boston. There's only 5 games left before the break, the Olympic break. So hopefully they can finish strong. Good morning, VG.
Ay. What a day yesterday. Brutal. Down by 50 at half. You got to be. I don't know which word. That down by 50 at half. That dude, Ilya Sorokin on the Islanders, he's like, I don't even know
who kills the Flyers.
He's like, Patrick Waugh against the Flyers. He's got like a 95% save.
He's actually good, though. In fairness.
And then we got Kafka leaves us for like a whatever job, like an offense assistant job.
I know.
I don't know.
Dude.
Maybe he was told he's not getting the Eagles gig. He seemed like he was like, in case of emergency, break the window and grab a Kafka. But
I know. So yesterday, real quick, the Sixers, they were down 69-44, right? They're down 25. In fact, they scored the last 5 points to cut it to 25. All right. Mm-hmm. Then they come out and get outscored 40-15 in the third quarter.
15. The third quarter's outrageous. I don't understand how the third quarter can consistently be so bad.
But how is that okay? Like, when you start looking at Nurse going, yo, dude, I can't have you just show no effort.
Like, what is? Well, I don't know what he's doing or can do between half. Are they just sitting around smoking cigarettes and drinking a couple beers at halftime? This is like it's like half the third quarters they just stink. Like, I don't understand.
Horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Are you kidding me?
And Tyrese, if you got tired legs or whatever, they move the game up to you at 3:00. Just sit out. Don't even play the game.
Yes,
that was pathetic.
Yes, you kidding me? Horrible,
dude. Horrible all around.
Horrible.
So this Flyer stuff. The Eagle stuff. Here's where I am. I'm tired of all these names. Let's just go all in. Nick Sirianni's your OC, your head coach, OC, and let's run it. Let's see what he's got. Let's give it to him. Sink or swim. What are we doing with all these names? Name after name after name. Just let the guy run.
Here's the problem. He already showed you can't do it.
I know. Well, that's years ago. Maybe he's learned something.
He could do it years ago. It was last year. It was 2 weeks ago.
But I feel like this is his production. Let's go see. All in on Sirianni. Is he got the chops? Or does he not have the chops?
He doesn't have the chops. That's the point.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, that's the point. He doesn't have the chops. What do you mean? Let's go all in on Sirianni. He told you 2 weeks ago he can't run the offense. This year, as they flounder, he couldn't take charge of the offense. You can't. That's the worst idea.
Let's
go all in on Sirianni.
Yeah, let's
just
go.
not
What you
play.
got, buddy? You're either here next year for the long haul or you're not. Let's go.
No, all kidding aside, I get where your head is, but he can't do it. He's already shown you, told you he can't do it. Have you not paid
I'm just
attention?
banging my head. I'm so sick of social media with it. I'm
he's
over
Mr.
it.
CEO. I know.
I'm OC coordinator over it. There are large people, and maybe they are the geniuses that they just, whenever they have an opening, they interview everybody so you get everyone's idea, see where the league's going.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's craziness, but maybe those people are right.
They're not right. It's ridiculous. I don't know why it's being framed that way. Look, I get why this job is a difficult job, right? It's a difficult sell. It's the reality of the situation. But we already talked about it. You got, Sirianni and a short leash. You have Jalen with all the different OCs that he's had. You have a coordinator coming off of being egged, whose house was egged. I mean, throw all that things in the mix, and people go, "I don't want the gig." I mean,
Plus, like,
I don't.
you gotta.
This idea that we're trying to concoct something that they're trying to figure out what's next. You sent me this. I mean, it's ridiculous.
There's a lot of it out there, man.
I think it's delusional. I think there's reality, and then I think there's like Eagles Twitter.
Yeah, I believe half of Eagles Twitter is a little like they don't, and I get it. They
don't want to
believe
see reality. I don't know what.
Right, they don't want to believe that it's not the greatest job in the world right now.
Listen, it doesn't mean it's a bad job. What it means is that there's a lot of stuff around it that makes it more challenging, and there's easier paths. Again, there's an easier way to go about it. You don't need to try to trick yourself into thinking, well, the genius, we're trying to figure out what's next up. What's next offensively with the young minds? Dude, whatever it is, you're going to build it around your team. Whatever, you use your quarterback, whether it's Jalen or down the line somebody else or whatever it is, you're building around your personnel. Come on. I mean, it's football. There's this whole weirdness around the sport. It's like we make it out to be so bigger than what it is. Like in a lab, it still boils down to football, right? Come on.
And I think it boils down to
this isn't splitting atoms.
No, and I don't think, I mean, in that whole coaching fraternity, I don't think I don't know. I have nothing to gauge us on other than relationships. I don't think Nick's really all that respected in that world. He jars a lot with people, and he's not this a whiz or anything. I know he's won the Super Bowl, but I don't think people respect that he actually won the Super Bowl in the coaching circles. And I don't think people want to come here and answer to him.
Here's the truth of the matter. And you're right, VG. All kidding aside, you're right. And the truth of the matter is we have this, he won the Super Bowl. Well, he didn't win the Super Bowl, right? It was they conspired to win it. The great coaches, you want to talk about Belichick and you want to talk about, Walsh and Jimmy Johnson. They win multiple titles. They do it with different personnel. They do it over a long stretch. You prove your work. You prove who you are. Look, not to say he's not, a good coach, because obviously he is a good coach.
Right, players like him.
Right. But let's be real here. They didn't win because of Nick Sirianni. Now, he had something to do with it, but he didn't come in and win it like it was him. They had a great O-line. They had help from everybody. Kellen Moore, Vic Fangio, because their defense was so good. Saquon has a ridiculous year. I mean, come on.
The offensive line told him to run the ball.
We've known the story 100 times. What are we trying to make into something, of these big, oh my God, he won the Super Bowl. It's not the truth is, and nobody wants to hear this, but Andy Reid coaching here was a better coach than Nick coaching here, even though Nick won a Super Bowl and Andy did not.
Wow,
But
it's not even close.
If you went in there and asked players and look at skiing, he's a better coach. So just so
close.
Nick was fortunate, right? He had a better roster. He had a better defense. Come on.
I can't believe that I was so mad if we got Kafka, but Kafka going, I was like, I don't know why it stung me a little bit. I was like, he's not even waiting around. Hopefully they told him he's not getting it, and then he moved on. But if Kafka's waiting to hear from the Eagles and he moves on to be a random assistant.
Yeah, I don't think they had a lot of interest in Kafka.
Okay.
I don't. I never got the sense it was that serious. I know that Jeffrey and Howie are kind of gathering today, and it's like, all right, let's kind of regroup and see kind of where we want to go. Because right now it is pretty thin. Yeah.
Yeah, super thin. And the Declan Doyle, the reports are now like he's like next year's head coach circuit. Maybe they were doing a little due diligence with him to try and get the future. Maybe in a year, if they're looking for something, they know what Declan is.
No, I mean you want to get him in the building now is what they were trying to do.
Yeah, get ahead of the time, get him a year early. Yeah,
it wasn't like that. You get a smart guy, you bring him in. I told you he wasn't going to take the job.
I know you did.
I told you that.
Because you're talking rational sense. You're like, he's with Ben Johnson. He's got this young quarterback, but I got to convince myself he wants to call plays.
No young OC is going to make that move. No young coach like that is going to make a move to a tumultuous situation. I don't know what people are saying. Like, again, it doesn't mean the Eagles are a dumpster fire or that they're Arizona Raiders. No, it just means that there's certain issues that make the job not as attractive as you would think. Like, takes the cake down. And man, the Eagles are falling off a cliff. They're not falling off a cliff. That's not true. It's the way it's being looked at from an individual when it comes to your growth. Mm-hmm. Like you need, like the pool got shrunk to just a few people because it has to fit their career profile.
Yeah, but it feels like those people in the pool are doing doggy paddle, and why everyone else doing nice breaststroke or freestyle up and down the pool.
No, but the Eagles' own pool shrunk.
Like
but the pool shrunk.
I know, but it shrunk. All the good swimmers got out. Well, it shrunk. That's what it feels like.
Well, it's only because their profile, like their career profile, doesn't fit with the Eagles. Right? Like if you're really good, like if you're McDaniel or Dable, you're not coming here because of Nick. You're going, why
that's the reality we're all accepting at this point.
I mean, Dable's still holding out to see if he can get a head coaching job, right?
Yeah.
So he's not coming here. McDaniel goes, do I want to go to Philadelphia or do I want to go out west? Easy, right? Easy situation. He's got family out there. Easy decision. Then if you're young, you don't want to come here because what if Sirianni gets blown out after next year? What's that mean for you?
Right.
If you're on a staff where the head coach gets fired, you're back on the street looking for a gig.
Do you think Dable, if he doesn't get Buffalo, he's still in play here or just no?
No, he's got Tennessee locked up.
Oh, right.
No, I don't think he's in play here at all.
Ugh.
I mean, again, it's like what your profile is. I mean, look, they may be taking I'm a little worried that they could take a step back. I mean, not bad because I like the roster, but there's a lot of work to do. Like one of the things that we're going to talk to today with Fran and Baldi is kind of reshaping the roster to take another run, right? Like, this draft has to be all about offense.
He's got a hit too.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk some Senior Bowl. I'm researching some tight ends down there.
Well, Sadiq is your major tight end that they're going to look at. But he's going to go in the first round. Do you want to? I was already looking at first round. Do you want to?
Oh, I'm looking 4th to 7th rounders. I'm looking for a little.
Right.
Gem.
There's a lot of tackles. There's Sadiq is your best option at tight end, and he'll go there. And you know, you got a couple of receivers. Because that's another thing. What are you doing? We're talking all this up at the OC. We still don't know what you're going to do with AJ Brown.
I mean, he's got to. I think he's going, but ideally, as a fan, you want him to. He's got to stay. I mean, they're such a potent duo. Without that, we're gonna have two rookies at the a starter and a third receiver.
Well, I don't think you're gonna. You can go sign a free agent.
I know. I don't think a third receiver free agent's not that exciting. A wide receiver with a little upside.
You're not going to. The two rookies aren't going to start, so that's not.
They did it at cornerback. Let me believe they could do it at wide receiver.
So you're another one. You believe in fairy tales? What are you doing?
You gotta believe. That's a whole
no. It's not. Yeah. Listen, believing in your team doing well, I'm all in. But believing irrational things, I don't understand.
Oh, you got it. It's so good sometimes. It gives you that hope you need. It's like fairy dust. It's like, that's what I need today, especially on a day like this. I was walking the dogs. I don't understand how people in like Minnesota and Wisconsin are so nice. How can they be nice? They live in this stuff. I'm so miserable walking around. I don't understand how you can be a pleasant, nice person and live in this environment.
I got to tell you, this brings back memories when I lived in Chicago. And there's nothing worse. I can't do it. I don't want to go out of the house.
There's no reason to.
I went out
if I didn't have dogs, I wouldn't leave the house.
I went out to start my cars, and I mean, it's awful out there. Yeah.
Did you dig out your car yet?
Yeah, yesterday. Not fun.
I hired two kids to dig out my alley. They were Danny D kids, St. Joe's prep soccer player. Prep soccer player cleaned out my alley yesterday.
I know.
They're like, I was like, how much? They're like $30. I felt bad. I was like, dude, I'll give you 50. And they're like, well, we'll go further back for 50. I was like, you go all the way back, I'll give you 100. And they're like, all right. I was like, you guys got to upsell, man. $20 for two of you for doing work. You know where you are. You're in Queen Village. Like, these people got some change. I sent them around the O'Neill's pub. I went there to hit the ATM, and I was telling the dude who owns it. He's like, send them around. I need my card dug out. I need this. So he ended up hiring them for three things. Bought lunch.
Man,
yeah, dude.
You know what? My cousin and I were the snow patrol years ago in South Philly. We made a fortune that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially now. It's all heavy. No one wants to deal with this. Yeah.
You want to meet Goots? Come on, Goots.
Yeah.
Come on up. Come on, good boy. That's the Goots.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The Goots is big.
Yeah,
he's a polar bear.
Yeah, he's a good boy. That's the Goots. He's a good boy.
He may have turned your mic off. Your light just went off.
That's the Goots. Yeah, the Goots. Yeah. Get to meet the dogs. All right,
my dogs are scraping at the door. They're trying to get in my office.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick TO. We'll come back. Franny live from Mobile. All right, looking forward to that. So we'll do that coming up. But first, let's talk about our friends. All right, the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. Here you go. The Seattle is 5. Interesting, man, in the game. 5-point favorite. The total is 46. All right, so there you go. That's what we're looking at right now. 5 and 46 for the game. The Brain yesterday all over New England. But again, you got Sixers tonight. All right, college basketball. VG's Arizona stayed unbeaten last night and covered. Hey, listen, new customers get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. Plus, get an additional $50 casino bonus on Triple Cash Eruption, the hot slot game. You got to be 21. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Maryland, Michigan. BetParks.com has all the details. Gambling problem? Please call 1-800-GAMBLER, the BetPark Sportsbook app. Let's talk about my friends from Xfinity. I love my Xfinity. What if I could tell you? What if I said to you, you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi And what if I told you keep the price the same for 5 years? That's right. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense that lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. That's my problem, all right? I got 2 kids. I got my wife, all right? And I need no interruptions. That's why I love my Xfinity. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me. A lot can change in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, but your Wi-Fi, it should stay reliable. Lock in your price and unlock possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Yes. All right. Thanks to our friends at Xfinity. Now let's go to the Xfinity mobile call-in line. And joining us, Franny Films, baby.
Oh. They do not crave food nor drink for nourishment. For they exist solely on the glow of the ALLCITY monitors. They are the Leatherheads, and he is Franny Films.
Good morning, Fran.
What's going on, guys? How's everything up there?
Dude, Mobile, I'm so jealous. Oh, my God. What's the weather like?
It's colder than normal. It was down in it was like the 20s last night. Right now it's like in the 20s, so it's not great, but it should warm up by the time practice starts this afternoon.
Yeah, baby. Practice. I can't wait, man. It's draft season. I was looking at it already. I know you've been looking at it really since September and the college season began.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year. Look, being realistic, the talent at the very top of the draft, not that impacts the Eagles, but the talent at the very top, it's lackluster. But by the time you get to where the Eagles are picking in this draft, it levels out. So there's going to be players available to them. I've been on the road now since last Wednesday. I just got into town from Mobile, coming from Dallas. There was record low temperatures when I left Dallas. So it was a good weekend, but yeah, I'm excited for the action to come here down in Mobile.
All right, before we get to Mobile and kind of what to expect and look at the little Eagles draft stuff, the OC spot, right? We're all talking about it. I'm sure, there's going to be, I know a lot of people from the Eagles are down there, so there'll be a lot of chatter. It's like a convention, mini combine. So all the NFL people are down there. Where's your eye right now? Like, who are you looking at when it comes to the OC, the OC spot?
It's a good question. To me, right now, I know there are a lot of fans that are panicking about it, and I think the way I'm looking at it, honestly, is and I feel you, VJ, because I get it. I think the big thing for me is that, all right, if you miss out on McDaniel, I think you have those first couple guys that this is who we wanted, and if you miss out on that tier and you think everybody else is kind of grouped together, I do think that it's judicious. It's good process to say, all right, we're going to talk to as many people as possible, cast a wide net, all of those things, right? And really try and get a good idea of who is the best candidate, who's the best fit. But then also you're trying to collect ideas, because it's great to be able to get a sense from all of these candidates. How do you feel about Jalen Hurts? How do you feel about this collection of weapons, the future of this offensive line? You get to get what would your plan be? Collect all of that. I do think that there's something to be said for that, especially if you think that everybody is all in the same tier anyway. I'm a little bummed that the guy. I was intrigued by the idea of Declan Doyle from the Bears. So that news was a little bit of a tough pill to swallow. I was hoping that would be.
Yeah, but Frank, honestly, Declan Doyle, it was not a spot for him, man. I told you, like if you were advising him,
right?
You wouldn't advise him to go take this job because it doesn't intersect with his career path. It doesn't mean, people take it the wrong way. It doesn't mean it's a bad job. It means it's a job that has a lot of challenges, right? And it's got to intersect with someone's career path. And Declan Doyle is on a fast track to being a head coach. Why would you throw it off and come here and then Sirianni could get blown out next year?
Yeah, what is he better served just staying for another year under Ben Johnson, even though he's not calling plays? That's something that he has to weigh. But I do think that it's worthwhile for him to take the interview, just like it looks like he's getting interviewed for Baltimore's offensive coordinator job. I saw that report this morning. You take the interview, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to take the job. And so I think it's good for him to go through the paces. It's smart for the Eagles because you never know, because maybe if you're looking for a head coach 2, 3, 4 years from now, you have those kind of things. You have those conversations and lay the groundwork.
I agree. Yeah.
So I think that's smart on their end of it. I'm a little intrigued by the Frank Smith conversation. I do think he's the offensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, wasn't calling plays under McDaniel, but he's another coach that has worked under different coaches, and so there's a wide variety of opinions there. So honestly, like I'll be interested to see where they land. I don't feel super convicted about any of the options, but I think that's just kind of the nature of the landscape right now.
Yeah, and Grizzard would intrigue me a little bit, but I mean it's hard. And here's the other problem, is that you still got 4 head coaching that are all going to need staffs, right? And you still got Baltimore and Pittsburgh. And Baltimore's a great job because you're under a defensive head coach, so it's your show.
Exactly right. And so I think that you're certainly battling that. You don't know what if Buffalo hires a defensive coach, it's going to be the same deal. You get to go work, you get to run the show with Josh Allen. You get to, just like in Baltimore, you get to go run the show with Lamar Jackson. And so those would be, I would think, superior jobs, superior opportunities for what the Eagles are offering, where, it's a little bit different landscape here with Sirianni and then certainly with Jalen Hurts.
So Franny, you think they are doing a little bit of intel gathering here, picking brains with all these people they interview?
Definitely. That's the way that they always operate with basically every opening that they ever get. Whether you're talking head coach, coordinators, position coaches, they want to talk to as many potential candidates under the sun. Yeah, because again, it's fact finding. At the end of the day, it's like, hey, we're talking with. Let's say we give all these guys a B, right? All these candidates a B. Well, I want to talk to every single B candidate we can find, college, pro, no matter it doesn't matter what the background is. I want to just get as many opinions on this as possible. So I do think that's the way they're approaching it.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have to, cast a wide net, but like I could tell you, they would rather have an A candidate and not have to go through that. Before they hired Sirianni, they got turned down 7 times.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't doing that to be like, hey, let's see what kind of ideas we can get.
Yep.
They're trying to find your coach.
Yeah.
And, there is, this sobering thing, because VG said this early to start the show about Sirianni. Why don't you just let Sirianni run the show? Well, he's already showed you he can. And that's a huge problem that they're going to have and that they do have.
Yeah. And that's why this process has to be done right, because whether it is, the new offensive coordinator show to run, or if it is going to be, the melding of the minds here, you need that position. You need that fit to be right. We saw that when you had, an example would be like Doug Peterson, Frank Reich. You have that entire coaching staff kind of set in place, and everybody in the right roles, and everything clicked together because everybody had their distinct their roles in there. You had John DeFilippo, a quarterbacks coach. He's in charge of the red zone. Frank Reich, he's in charge of third down. Everybody did their roles and did it really well. All right, well, you remove Frank Reich, you remove John DeFilippo, you promote, you bring in new people, and all of a sudden, it kind of all falls apart. So if you're going to bring in this new offensive coordinator, even if it's not going to be their show to run, well, then they better be able to be on the same page with Jeff Stoutland, with Jamal Singleton, with Aaron Moorhead, and certainly with Nick Sirianni to run that entire operation. So it is important that if you're not going to get the Mike McDaniel, you're not going to get whoever that other A candidate would be. You got to find the right person.
Were you brought up
real quick? You know what you need to? You need a strong quarterback coach.
Yeah, no question.
Like Flip was excellent, and he coached Carson hard. I think Jalen needs a really good quarterback coach. I think that's part of it. If you look at some of his mechanics were off, right? Like his 3-step drop was 2.5, too much. Surveying the field, like that, all those fundamental stuff you always have to work on it. I don't care if you're a 15-year veteran. That stuff gets done every year. Like, I think you need some help there.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that when they had Doug Nussmeier in the Super Bowl run in 2024. Having that veteran quarterback coach, I think, goes a long way. And we've talked about, all through this fall, how the quarterback wasn't always tied into the route concept. He'd be ready to throw, and the guys weren't open. And sometimes you point to that and you say, like, oh, like the play design. Well, that could be on the quarterback as well. And that's what, being on the outside, we don't always have that information unless you talk to somebody and get to the truth of it. But I do think that that's definitely important to note.
Yeah.
You bring up Frank Reich. Was he even on their radar? Because you're like, he's talking to the Jets. Who would want the Jets job? And was he just not on their radar of people to bring in?
I'm going to be honest. I just think that'd be a bad look. I think with him being, or with Nick Sirianni being like under his tree, like if you want a differing set of opinions, I don't think that I just don't think that would be the right fit.
I agree with Fran. I don't want that. I don't want that a little bit. Hey, what happened to Loeffler? Because he had a good reputation, and I heard that there was nothing really there.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously the quarterback coach this past year was a college head coach for a long time, but has worked with really good quarterbacks I should say, like, with really successful passing games and quarterbacks over the course of his career, college and pro. Worked in the NFL, worked in college. He coached Tim Tebow, he coached Tom Brady. Like, he's been around. And I know that there was like a section of the fan base and the media that were like pointing to, oh, like, look at this play that they ran. It's exactly what they did in Bowling Green last year. He must be in charge of the red zone. All the good plays were Scott Loeffler plays. Like, I think that got overblown a little bit. But I think that, look, I think you're talking, but again, it's kind of like the Frank Reich thing. I don't think that they could have justifiably promoted anybody from this staff into that role after what the offense looked like last year.
Agreed. I'm with you. All right, let's talk some fun. Let's talk some draft. All right. So where the Eagles pick at 23, it looks like there's going to be a lot of tackles out there, right? Like that part of the draft. I mean, because I was just running around. You got Proctor, the kid from Alabama. You get the kid from Oregon. You got Freeling from Georgia. You get the kid from Clemson, Miller. You got Lomu from Utah. Like, you're all around that area. Is it good value there? Kind of, what are you looking at?
Yeah, I think that the offensive tackle spot, anytime you get into the end of round one, I think that's usually the sweet spot for a lot of these guys. Yeah, because we know that tackles are always going to go. And if you have the potential to be like even a pretty good starting tackle, you're going to go in the top 20. You're going to go in the top 25. So obviously at 23, the Eagles are in a good spot there. I've heard a lot of fans will point to a lot of these like top 3 tackles. Fano from Utah, Maui Noah from Miami. Those guys are going to go. Those guys are going to be off the board.
Way early.
Yeah, I think that when you look at Proctor, I think there's a chance just because that he has seen like an uneven level of play. His upside might be the highest of this group, and he honestly fits like the Jeff Stoutland mold. I do think that he'd probably be more of a guard, if we're being honest. I think some of the issues that he has had in pass protection would be mitigated by a kick inside. We know that Jeff Stoutland loves those bigger guards. He'd be in that Mekhi Becton mold. He has only played tackle at Alabama. He's had issues with weight as well, so that'd be something that you want to be able to.
The quick edges give him trouble.
Yeah, and that's when you put him inside, you put him more in a phone booth. I think some of that stuff would get taken away. So Proctor would definitely be a guy I would keep an eye on. I do think it's going to be offense in round one. I would be surprised if it was a defensive player early in the draft for the Eagles.
Now, look, Sadiq is big, fast, right? Like, he's the best tight end on the board. He probably will be there at 23. Do you go Sadiq? Do you go get your tight end? I mean, it's early, but he could be a weapon.
Yeah, I love Kenyon Sadiq. Just basically off of film study, this is a guy that's a dynamic athlete. He gets after people as a blocker. He's a certain kind of blocker though, just because he's a little bit more of like a compact frame. So I don't know that I'm going to put him at the point of attack and have him block defensive ends rep after rep and run behind him. He's not that type of physically imposing presence at the position, but you get him on the move.
He's a great athlete.
Oh, he's a great athlete, and he's really tough and physical when he's at blocking linebacker, safeties. Like, he'll do all of that stuff. So he is a player that I do think can be a 3-down presence. I'll be interested to see where he goes. Like, to me, like, I evaluate him as better than the 23rd player in the draft. It is a little difficult to try and peg, like, all right, like who is going to take a tight end early? That said, like there just aren't a lot of blue chip players in this class, like I said earlier. So my guess is that he will be off the board at 23, but he's a dynamic player. I think it'd be a great fit. I just don't. That would be a big roll of the dice for Howie Roseman to go into the draft not having that answer at that position. That would be going against what he typically has done. So I think they would have some kind of an answer at tight end, and we'll see what that answer is.
Yeah, but look, they didn't have an answer last year.
Right, but at least you had the thought that you had the chance to bring Goddard back. Like Goddard was on the roster, so it was like, all right, like if we strike out, we don't get the LSU kid, we don't get this player or that player.
Yeah, they wanted Fannin, remember? And
yes, exactly. But now, like he's hitting the market. I don't know that he's going to come back, and so like I don't know that they can go into the end of April without having a guy.
No, I think they'll have. I think what you're going to see is a veteran,
right?
Kind of a backup veteran tight end, and then. I do know that they're in the market. They're going to draft a tight end.
Right.
It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. And it's a good class. It's a good year to
take
it.
Who else do you like?
It's a good group. Yeah, I think you look at Sadiq is probably the guy I would earmark for round one. There's a player from NC State who's actually down here, supposed to be down here. It's, the roster has been very fluid. There have been a lot of guys dropping in and out. So I'll know for sure. I honestly I don't wait to see to believe it for a lot of these guys. But Justin Jolie from NC State is down here that has really caught my eye. Really athletic, former receiver who's put a lot of weight on. He'll compete as a blocker, but he again kind of like Sadiq, where he's not like stick or block defensive ends type. But he's a pretty good route runner. He's athletic. He finishes at the catch point. He's good after the catch. So he's a player I would definitely look at probably more in like that day 2 range. Like we saw the LSU kid. He went in the late 30s, early 40s last year to the Jets. My guess is that would be the type of area that we're talking about for Justin Jolie from NC State.
Well, Franny, I was digging deep into tight ends last night. I'm looking at a day 3 guy. He's down there. Sammy Roush. What do you think of him? Stanford.
Yeah, it was. This is a player that he's got the ability to compete as a blocker and as a pass catcher. Not dynamic. There are a bunch of guys just like Sam Roush in this class, where it's check the box as a blocker, check the box as a pass catcher. Maybe not the most dynamic. Maybe he's not like, oh man, like this guy's going to be a 3-down starter, but he could be like high-end backup, like just really reliable, and maybe he turns into Brent Selleck, right? Like that's kind of, and we remember Brent Selleck was an early day 3 pick out of Cincinnati, where you kind of knew like, all right, like he can block, he can catch, he's tough, like move on, and maybe he turns into something. A bunch of guys with that exact profile in this class. Roush is one of them. There's a handful of them here in this class.
I was thinking more of like an upgrade from Calcaterra. I just can't take Calcaterra anymore.
No, not as a blocker. I think that Calcaterra has value as a pass catcher. You can do some things with him, on the move, and you get him in the flat, you get him down the seam. Like him as a blocker, that's just not a sustainable. That's not something you can do moving forward. So I think, and there's a bunch of guys I think that can answer and fit that role in the offense.
Yeah, if I'm looking to draft a starter, and look, late draft is one thing, but I'm looking early to draft a starter. I could go sign a blocking tight end. I need to sign a blocking tight end. I'll look at free agency for that. But I need somebody who can catch the ball, man. I need that to be part of my offense. You saw how valuable Goddard was. And he wasn't used. One of my issues was they didn't use him enough.
Right. Yeah, and that's where, to me, like that's where Jolie can be that kind of impact pass catcher in an offense. I do think that there's a little bit of a drop off after that, and then you're kind of saying like, all right, what's the role for a lot of these guys? But again, a lot of just like really solid NFL players. But if you're looking for consistent impact receivers that also like do enough to be on the field as blockers, I think it's a little bit limited. So I'll be interested to see what the market is. I'll have a better sense of that by the time we get through the combine. When it comes to Kenyon Sadiq, like, are we talking about him in the top 15? He was a popular pick to the Kansas City Chiefs at number 9. Now with Travis Kelce coming back, like, does that impact it at all? Like, could they draft for the future? That's a team that has done that in the past. So I'll be interested to see if Sadiq ends up going off the board early.
Dude, I saw a mock, speaking of the Chiefs, and there's no way this is going to happen, where Bain was available at 9. I think it was Daniel Jeremiah. I'm like, how's Bain going to be available? He can't be available at 9.
He could be from the sense of like he's going to be one at. I'm telling you, this is what it's going to be. We're going to follow the narrative because we know how this goes. Like we get so.
Oh, he's got issues.
He's got short arms. He's not the biggest. He's not the greatest athlete. So like when you go to the combine and we go to that stuff, he's not going to be the most impressive from that end of it. And
he's a football player, man.
That's why.
Even I know that. I'm a moron. I know he's a football player. What his arm length is.
Yeah, dude, I've heard like nothing but good things in terms of like his leadership in the building and just this guy is like the alpha.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like what are we doing here? Yeah. If we're gonna overthink, like if Spags gets Bane, I can see it right now. Like,
oh, he's their kind of player. Yep.
Yes. I was talking to him about it. I go, dude, I was texting with him. I go, I saw this mock draft where, Bane falls to you. He went, oh, well, I can see the smile through the text, like the grin. Like,
the thing that would concern me is that he is like precisely the kind of player that the Washington Commanders have targeted under Dan Quinn and Adam Peters. Like I think that would actually be a really good fit, and that's a team I would keep an eye on for Bane.
Yeah, so they're picking at 7.
Yep.
The Giants pick at 5. Can I? We're in the trust tree, right?
Always.
I'm a little concerned about the Giants. I love.
Oh yeah.
I love John Harbaugh as a pick. Monken's going to go there, so I think he's a really good head coach. You got Dart. You got a great receiver who missed all last year that everybody forgot about. They got good bones on their D-line. I'm worried. I'm a little worried about them.
They also hired Denard Wilson as the defensive coordinator, and I think Denard's a really good coach.
So do I.
Yeah, and so honestly, when I saw this because Washington apparently has hired their defensive coordinator last night, Durante Jones from Minnesota, who's got a really good reputation. Obviously working under Brian Flores. We'll see what he brings, but he was a really good coach at LSU. Is really good with DBs. All 3 NFC East teams changed their outside of the Eagles, changed defensive coordinators this year, and all 3 upgraded in my opinion. Christian Parker going to Dallas, Denard Wilson going to New York, and then Durante Jones going to Washington. I think all 3 have the ability to have the arrow pointing up on that side of the ball with those 3 hires. But I do agree when you're looking at New York. There's certainly something there for them to try and build on that. Honestly, that's why Harbaugh picked it. That's why Harbaugh went there because he saw that there's something to build with. Now, time will tell on Jackson Dart. I'll be interested to see, is he able to play a sustainable style of play? Will Harbaugh be able to reel that in? But I think it's going to be an interesting team to watch, certainly.
Yeah. I mean, you can't do all those quarterback runs. I mean, he's going to get killed. You just can't do it
every week. That's not sustainable.
I mean, you saw what happened with Daniels. I love Daniels, but I mean, he just couldn't stay upright.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'll be interested to see all right, locking in the offense coordinator there, who that hire is, and then how do you get the quarterback to play a little bit more of a sustainable level of play from the pocket, which honestly that was my concern with Dart coming out. And even watching him in the NFL, there were it was
he
fun.
gets itchy.
It was fun to watch, but honestly, a lot of the same things. Who's the kid that was the 3rd string quarterback for the Eagles this year that was down in Washington? Why am I blanking on his name? He was down in Washington for a couple of years, and it was he beat the Eagles a couple of years ago. And honestly, Sam Howell. Thank you, Tyler. Sam Howell, similar body type, similar athletic, run around skill set, but not a sustainable level of play.
Definitely a comp. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. To me, that would be someone I keep an eye on when it comes to Jackson Dart. Can you level up the cerebral part of your game?
He gets itchy quick, man.
Yeah.
He gets itchy quick.
Yeah,
what do you think of Washington? Now, it's another team that, I didn't like what they did last year from a personnel standpoint. I thought they got old unnecessarily. Where are they at in their build?
I think that right now, the big problem with this team is that they're picking in the top 5, or they're picking in the top 10. And you got major holes at receiver, at pass rush,
running back,
you don't have a sustainable running back. You'd like to improve at a couple spots along the offensive line. That's tough, man. And again, it's an old roster. Now they can shed some of that salary. They can do a couple things. They don't have a lot of picks. They've got 2 picks in the first 4 rounds because a lot of the picks they traded last year to get Laramie Tunsil, who was awesome this year. Laramie Tunsil is a really good player and played really well for them when he was on the field this year. They even said it like at the postseason press conference, like, yeah, like we don't regret that trade, but we have to live with the reality. Like, we don't have a lot of picks. And so I'll be interested to see if they try and do anything to try and get some of those picks back. But yeah, they're a little bit of a tough spot. They are going to have to be really efficient with their moves this year. And they have to get younger. They got to get faster. They don't have a lot of team speed. And so that I would think that would be at the top of the priority list for that team going into this offseason.
So you look at the Super Bowl, Darnold and a quarterback on his rookie deal. What does it say about the franchise quarterback? And you go back and you look at it. Obviously, you got Mahomes and Brady, all right? But put those aside. We've seen Purdy's, right? We've seen guys. I know there's many ways to skin a cat, but when you're looking at team building, how do you view the franchise quarterback thing? I think it's fascinating.
Yeah, I think that at the end of the day, where we get lost, and it's we're only a few months away from this part of the calendar where we're going to start getting into like ranking the quarterbacks in the NFL. At the end of the day, it's very similar to the thought process that I talked about with offensive coordinator. We're bringing full circle though with the offensive coordinator market, right? I think there's a handful of guys at the very top of the quarterback landscape. And then you have a big chunk where everybody is in that same bucket. These are win-with players. Like we can win a Super Bowl with this guy. We can talk about all the flaws with Jalen Hurts, and we can talk about it till the cow come home. He went to one Super Bowl and was outdueled Patrick Mahomes. They lost because of the defense, and then they went and he won Super Bowl MVP. It was outstanding in the down the stretch in the postseason last year. All the flaws, you can win a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts, like already done. And I think you can say that with Sam Darnold. You can say that with Jared Goff. He was just short of the Super Bowl. You talk about all these guys. You can win with these players. So what do you do outside of that? And you talk about with all of the different elements of defense, run game, offensive line, pass catchers, scheme. What is the ecosystem around those guys? And you have to understand like what you have. What is your identity? What and that was the big question we had about the Eagles all season. Like, what is their identity? If you don't have whatever that identity is, and that's why like when people ask like, oh, who do you want the offensive coordinator to be? To me, the most important thing is be cemented into this is our identity. This is how we are going to win, and then go to that. To me, like that's when I look at some of these teams. Yeah, like lean into who you are. Like you want to be explosive. Like Sam Darnold's going to throw interceptions, but you know what? Like they're going to get a bunch of explosive plays. Who had more explosive plays in the NFL this year than the Seattle Seahawks? Zero. Nobody. They were as explosive as anybody in the league, and that's run game and pass game. To me, like lean into who you are.
Yeah, and you're so right about this. So right. Like this is why their offensive philosophy of not turning the ball over is ridiculous. Yep. Like the cost of doing business sometimes an interception. Like I still don't know why you don't lean into it. Why you go conservative before halves. Why it is most day one. Well, look at my record. Look at this. Look at that. You won because of circumstance, man. You had a great O-line, and Saquon had a historic season, and you had a great defense.
Yep.
That's something you don't replicate. That's hey, thanks. It just happened.
And honestly, like I feel like it's possible to replicate it, but you have to recognize that it wasn't happening. Like we were saying it like week 4. Like you know what? Like this run game's not there. It's not that team.
Let's face it. It's impossible to replicate.
Oh, well, you weren't going to replicate the level. Yes, you weren't going to replicate to that level this year, but you could still say like, hey, we are a running football team. Like we're going to win with defense. We're going to we are that level of team. You weren't going to, Saquon Barkley wasn't going to ball off a 65-yard touchdown every single game. To that point, I agree with you. I think that at the end of the day, like if you being the conservative, like we're not going to turn the ball over, like that works when you've got the great defense and the great run game and the great offensive line. But when you don't have the great offensive line and the great run game, you got to get those chunks and that's what Nick Sirianni like preaches explosive plays. But that means you got to lean into being the explosive, which means you have to take risk. You have to lean into variance. You have to like say like, all right, we're going to be more aggressive.
Exactly.
They aren't going to come out of thin air. Like they don't just appear.
Right. You can't
gotta go get them.
Explosive plays and prevent offense.
Yeah. Look at that's what
they're like Villanova in the 80s, dude. They feel like Villanova in the 80s with no shot clock on offense.
we were, you're watching like Hard Knocks, and they're going into that final game against San Francisco. Like we are going to be explosive, and I'm watching the game, and I'm like, in what way are we expected to be explosive? Like there's none of that present in the offense, and so and that's what I mean is it's just like making sure that there is that alignment from this is our identity. Here's how we are going to execute this identity. These are the tools at our disposal to really kind of make sure like. We want to be explosive. We want to do this. We want to do that. Whatever those bullet points are. All right, what's the plan? Let's enact that. And that's what you're looking for with this OC.
Yeah, and that's why I want a director. Like I want someone to come in and give Sirianni the Heisman, and then like this is my show. I'm going to run the movie. I don't care how old he is, what his experience level. I want someone with great ideas. That's like, let's go. Because I can't have an offense like that last year. You're not going to win. You're just not going to win. You're not getting back there with that offense.
No, look, there's a really good chance that we talked about going into this year, like, hey, this is as talented of an offense as possible. There's a good chance that you're going into next year with no AJ, no Dallas, no Lane Johnson. Like that could very well be the case 3 months from now. Yeah, like that's so to say like, all right, well, that means that. If you're going to remove a bunch of that blue chip talent, you got to make up for it somewhere else. And from schematically, that's the next logical thing. So I think that is going to be a very important hire, certainly.
I'm trying not to drink, Franny. You're not helping at all. I'm really trying to have a dry January. You're not helping with that.
Dry January. That's ridiculous. All right, Franny.
Trying to have a dry January 27th.
We love you, buddy. I'm so fired up for you. Fired up for this. This is your time, man. You always shine during the season, but this is when you really shine. So, what do you got in store for everybody?
So, literally, right now, as soon as I jump off, I'm going to finish. I got all my notes from the Shrine Ball. I wrote up a blurb on every single player. I'm putting all of those notes into the draft guide. And literally, when I hit save on every player, it's present in the draft guide. So, I'll be doing the same thing for the Senior Bowl when I get to the end of this week, Thursday night into Friday morning. Everything I've got the newsletter. That'll have all my notes, the podcast, the All NFL Draft podcast. Make sure everybody goes and subscribes to those two things. We'll be trying to give you as much access as possible, as much analysis as possible to all these players through the course of the entire process.
I love it. Hey, by the way, did you see the ACC moved its title game to noon?
No.
On championship weekend? Interesting. Yeah, so they got that open window. Usually they were going head-to-head at night.
Right.
It moved it to the noon on See, I already miss college football.
I know. That's like that, and that's like the championship game, like Miami, Indiana. It's such a bitter. It's the same thing as the Super Bowl. Like it's such a bittersweet thing. Like great game.
Yeah.
Man, now we got 8 more months. Like
I know. I was looking. The ACC came out with a schedule, and I was pouring over it. I was like,
"Come on, dude! Come on! You're looking over the ACC football schedule next year. This upcoming season."
Yes. Yes.
Oh
well, not everyone's going through like the crazy college basketball schedule like you are, VG.
I know. Man. Come on, man. 8 months away. It's half a year.
Sorry, VG. I know. Franny, we love you, buddy. Be safe down there.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, buddy. Franny Films live in Mobile. Yeah, I did. I didn't do W's and L's, but
oh my God. That's next week. Let's not get crazy. That's February 1st.
But I was looking at the schedule, the ACC. I'm like, all right. I'm in. I don't know what it is.
God. You are a scheduled man. You don't keep a schedule yourself, do you? You don't have
I have a day planner I don't use.
Yeah, right.
I got 3 times a year I get a new planner. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I do it for 3 days, and then the next thing you know,
you can't find it. And then
yeah, right. I'm like, I don't know what it is. It's terrible. All right. Coming up, we continue our football snow extravaganza with Baldi. But first, let's talk about our friends. So my morning routine begins at Wawa. I think like most everybody else, but it's the greatest routine ever. It's the $5 breakfast deal, and it's a deal. You're talking about your sizzly. You want bacon, egg, and cheese. You want sausage, egg, and cheese. You want a bagel. You want a wrap. It's right there. Hash brown, coffee. All right? Any size coffee. I'm a Wawa coffee fan. All right? Whole thing, just $5. Now if you want to switch it up, you want to go with the new caramel chocolate craze flavors, you want something different, you want a little sweetness to it. But anyway, you're in, you're out. You got enough fuel to actually get you going in the morning. You got meetings, you got stuff to do. Wawa is the fuel. 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. every day. Wawa.com, limited time availability. Get fueled up at Wawa. Hey, we're from Philadelphia. We know that pests don't knock. They just show up. Human or the kind that you really skeeve, the roaches and rats. And that's why we got to go to Evans Pest Control. Evans, you want trustworthy pest control company? I give you Evans Pest Control. They're not some giant national chain. They're family-owned, community-focused pest control company right here in the Philadelphia area. Evans Pest Control uses state-of-the-art equipment, safe and effective treatment options. Their techs go through continuous training, so they're equipped to handle anything. Rodents, insects, termites, even bed bugs. They've offered priority services and consultations, which is huge when you have a problem with pests. We don't like pests. We skeeve them. We know it here at PHLY. My house, I don't trust it just anybody. Visit evanspestmgmt.com. That's evanspestmgmt.com. All right. Welcome back. We'll let you know when Baldi's ready. Baldi also is in Mobile.
He put up a video yesterday of him diving in Florida. Said he's not trying to rub it into the rest of the country dealing with the freeze out and the snow.
You know what's wild
diving.
Is that I've been in Florida, like the blizzard of 96 and the blizzard of 94. I was in Florida for work, and I was covering, like, I think one year it was the Orange Bowl, or I was down there for a while. Then I would go. I did something on the Yankees because they were in Tampa, and then I don't know. Like it was like baseball stuff. So, but it was cold. Now it's not. It's weird. The rest of the country's in a vortex, but Florida's hot.
I think it's coming though. This bomb weather this weekend, this whatever they're calling it, the winter bomb. I think that's actually supposed to reach down to Florida.
Oh, is it really?
AccuVinny would know better than I, of course, but maybe check it with
AccuVinny knows. AccuVinny said the nor'easter is going to miss us now.
Oh, nice. He was worrying me yesterday. I was losing my mind.
So that's good. So that's a good
fluid
thing.
Though. It seems like it changes every day. It's a very fluid situation.
Yes. All right. We got him. Baldi.
Baldi. Oh, let's talk some football. Baldi. Oh, he likes meats and football.
Oh, Baldi. There he is. What's up, my man?
What's up, guys? I see you.
What's up, Baldi?
Couldn't make it from South Jersey into the studio today.
No.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
You taking shots?
I haven't been back, so
No.
I'm a little bit like, I know it's pretty icy and dangerous, but I haven't seen it myself.
No. And in fact, the way I'm going, I don't even want to leave the house, dude. It's bad. Like I may do remote all week because it's bad. It's
All right.
freaking cold. Like I'm looking at you. You got a nice kind of pigment, right? You got some sun. You look healthy.
I was diving yesterday, cuz it was it was 80.
I saw the video.
Yeah, I mean, I was just out taking a little poke around, in between film sessions yesterday. It was good.
Did you get the lobsters? Did you ever get those lobsters?
The visibility wasn't good yesterday. It was just too rough. It was nice to be in the water, but the visibility wasn't too good yesterday.
Oh man, I
walked the dogs today. It was -5. Feels like -5 when I walked the dogs this morning.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I lived in Minnesota for 5.5 years. I mean, it was routinely 20 below, delivering morning newspapers, shooting hockey pucks off the ice in my backyard. Like I know with those walking over snow drifts, that are 8 feet high that you don't even take, even your weight doesn't let you plunge into the snow. Like, I know. I mean, it's been a while since we've had a storm like that. That's all.
Yeah. It's but just this winter, man, it's just cold. Like I'm dying to feel the sun.
Yeah.
Like I may have to come down and see it, dude. I'm
Well,
sorry.
you can, but you know, you were just talking to VG. Like it's hitting Florida now, and it's going down into the 30s in South Florida later this week. So you know, I'm leaving the country because I don't want to be around it. But even where I'm going on Thursday, you know, it's not going to be, you know, typical weather.
So where can you tell us? Are you going to
continent? What continent you going to?
When I go, like I just need to be incognito. I don't need to be, you know. But you know, I mean, it's good. It's probably some of the best diving in the whole world.
Are you going to Costa Rica?
No. Costa Rica is good, but it's not some of the best. Costa Rica is good for other things, but no, this is
Australia.
You know, huh?
Bali. He's going to Bali.
Australia?
That's too far to go for 3 days. I'm just taking
you go 3 days. All right.
Yeah, just a quick flight to get out before they hit the Super Bowl next Monday.
All right, nice. You're somewhere in the Caribbean. I like it.
Yeah,
we'll just put Dateline somewhere in the Caribbean.
That's good. Yeah, that would be fair. That'd be fair and accurate, guys. Good reporting by you.
All right. What do you make of the OC stuff? Right, like every day there's a candidate going elsewhere. Mike Kafka took really basically amounts to a consulting gig in Detroit. Where do you fit? Like, what should their plan be?
Like, are they just interviewing to interview? Because honestly, why after what Bobby Slowick did in Houston or Gerard Johnson did in Houston, they couldn't protect their quarterback. Like they couldn't protect him. I mean, there's a reason why they got bounced out of the playoffs by New England. So you know, in the year before by Kansas City, it was ugly. Like that's on the resume. I'm not bad mouthing these coaches. But are they just interviewing guys because they're available? I don't know, Matt Nagy. I mean, look, like if you just take a guy that they've interviewed, I don't know who they've offered a job to, and who they haven't. So I don't have privy to that. But if you take a guy like Frank Smith has coached the offensive line, all right, with Sean Payton in Houston. He's worked with Mike McDaniel in Miami. I mean, those are two of the best offenses in football. And two of the best creators. So if you just wanted a guy that has an interesting resume, now I don't know how he interviewed, and I don't know if they're interested. I know they interviewed Frank, but Frank's got a pretty good resume about what he's done. Now he hasn't been the de facto coordinator where he's
right. He hasn't called plays, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean that is yet to be determined how that looks, but I mean they've won. Just. They win a lot of football games in Philadelphia. Like you could go to Arizona and be the offensive coordinator. You could go to Tennessee and be the offensive coordinator. Good luck. All right. I mean, at least in Philly, they're gonna fix some of the weaknesses they had. They're gonna address the weaknesses. Now you could say a lot of things about working for Nick or working with Jalen, and maybe those are roadblocks, or maybe they're not. I don't know, but there could be a whole lot worse places for some of these guys to go.
I mean, you're saying bring up Tennessee. Good luck. The reports are Dable's going to go to Tennessee if he doesn't get a head coaching job. Like, why would Dable choose that?
Well, just because the quarterback, Cam Ward. Like, if you watch Cam, I know statistically, like it doesn't look great, but if you watch that kid play, he can play. Now
he's a great kid. By the way,
he's thrown to all rookies. Rookie, Chim Dike, rookie tight end, like. The left tackle stunk, right tackle's in and out of the line. Like, if you just watch that kid play and how tough he is, like he can play.
And he's a great kid.
He's a great kid.
Awesome. I love Cam Ward.
Yeah, he's a good kid. I went up to him this year. I did a Tennessee game once this year, and I met him at the pro day in Miami. And I just told him, I said, man, we need great young quarterbacks. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. The wins will come. They'll make the changes, hopefully, here. But just keep doing what you're doing. Like, don't listen to the noise about this. Like, he's going to be good.
Yeah, it's amazing. The football verse, we are so rash in like judging kids. Like, you got to give it a minute, man. We either anoint them or trash them. Like, it's like, yo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look at Caleb, right? Like, bust. I'd rather have Jaden Daniels. All right, well, let's see how it plays out, right? And then Ben Johnson goes there, and then Ben Johnson starts to mold the kid and teach the kid. Like, give him a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, Sean Payton, Bo Nix. I mean, you look at I remember doing a video of Josh Allen his rookie year, and he made a throw a little bit like what we saw from, C.J. Stroud in the playoffs, a little bit like we saw from Drake May, just some horrible decisions under pressure. And I'm like, all right. And I think my commentary was, Josh, take this play and get it out of your system. Just don't, there's no need to do this. I mean, ball popped up, intercepted, whatever. It was bad. But, these guys, like every position, I'm just thinking back to when I played. Like, if you don't have the ability to be patient, to allow guys to improve, it took me a while to figure it out. But game by game, year by year, you become you get rid of a lot of the bad plays. You become much more steady. But you do have to let these guys develop and play.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Now, the Eagles are in an interesting kind of spot, right? And then we'll move off the Eagles in a minute. But they're in an interesting spot because there's a lot of flux, right?
Yeah.
Like, what happens with Lane? What happens with AJ? Is Nick completely secure? What does the offense look like? What about the philosophy, right? The idea of the Eagles' philosophy, which was, hey, we're not going to turn the ball over. I mean, you saw it just doesn't fly. Like, you couldn't beat Seattle or the Rams playing that conservatively, right?
No.
Like, look at Darnold. Look at how both those quarterbacks won games, what they did the end of the half and what they did the end of games.
No, I mean, they're aggressive, and they're taking their shots down the field. I mean, they had, like, just to the Rams, they had 4 pass plays of over 40 yards. I mean, they pushed the ball down the field. I mean, Matt threw for 375 yards and 3 touchdowns. In almost any other game, they'd probably win it. You could question a decision here or there by the coach, but, the same thing with Sam. I mean, I'm sure, like, for example, I'm sure A.J. Brown is sitting back and watching these games this past weekend. He's watching Puka. He's watching Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's watching Rashid Shaheed. He's watching these guys, like, torch defenses with just go routes, and how they're scheming some of these. Some are schemed to get, I mean, what they do with Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's a good player. But but even
how they get him open is unbelievable.
But even on the touchdown, on the 7 cut, and, the reverse scissors that they ran, and how, now, did the Rams blow the coverage? Probably. But why? It's just like just some of the things that they do. And you could go to Kyle Shanahan with DeMarcus Robinson, against the Eagles. Like, some of the things that they're doing, like, you could see these passing games, why they look wide open.
Have you guys seen the stats on the hitch routes? So the Eagles in one playoff game ran 48 hitch routes. The Seahawks in 2 playoff games have run 13. That's crazy. 48 to 13.
But what's interesting, okay, if you just say hitch route, okay, so a hitch route, usually you stack plays, especially with a hitch route, where you can throw the hitch or you can run the inside zone. And it's up to the quarterback to read basically the numbers. Like, they ran a hitch route last week to Jackson Smith and Jigba for a big game, right? And so Sam Darnold's reading a blitz off the edge, and they've got Cooper Kupp out there as the single blocker. And they don't have enough numbers to handle it. And Cooper Kupp is a great blocker. He understands, like, what you do in these hitch route blocking so you don't get called for illegal contact or whatever is you go half the distance to where the corner or the defender is. So let's say the defender's 8 yards off. You go 4 yards and start settling and make the defender run through you. So you're never guilty of initiating the contact. That's the coaching point on that. But when you saw that one of those plays I'm just describing, like, it's you like, really, Kenneth Walker thought he was getting the ball because it looked good inside, but outside was 13 yards. Now, I don't ever see the Eagles. Now, maybe I'm sure they stack plays and do all this thing. But, like, I don't see that numbers advantage when the Eagles run a hitch like that. Like they're not reading it correctly.
No, they're not, and that's a huge problem. The problem, if you look at that offense, you go back to that offense. They ran 24 uniques the whole season. There's 300 pass plays in
Baldi can't even process it
in a playbook, right? They ran 24 uniques the whole year.
Yeah, they were pretty predictable. They didn't run a halfback pass. They just you saw the throwback last week in the snowstorm.
I'm not talking about gadgets. They only ran 24 units. Like think about that, Baldi. Like, does it get more pedestrian? I mean, that offense is my Clearview offense.
But it goes back to your point. Your initial point was they play not to turn the ball over. Mm-hmm. So let's don't do anything where there's ball handling, there's any of that kind of stuff. Like the Patriots run, just a throwback from Ramondre Stevenson, back to, Drake, and he hits Matt Collins on a 30-yard pass in the snow, like driving snow. Like it was amazing. It would be an amazing play to run in the warm sunshine of South Florida. Run it in a blizzard like they did. Like the execution was amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible. All right, a couple things I want to get to, big picture stuff. Let's talk about the playoffs for a second. Should Sean Payton have kicked the field goal? It's 7-0. You have a guy had started a game, right, in a year, and you're at home. And your defense is playing that way.
Well, it's 4th and 1, so there's no blizzard, no sign of a blizzard at that point. The weather and the field look good,
right?
So that you can't just go, well, look at these conditions. I mean, I heard Romo saying you got to kick it, and maybe you're up 10-0, 2 scores, defense is playing great. 10-0 is still two scores. It's interesting. There was a 2-play sequence there because it was 3rd and 6 and Stidham ran, and Marcus Jones knocks him out a yard short of the goal line. Mm-hmm. So the play is really a fascinating play because New England stems right before the snap, and they go from basically a 4-man front to a goal line defense, and they plug every gap. And Denver completely blows the protection. All right. So if you're going to roll out like he did, there's nobody blocking Milton Williams or Durden, right? So there's now Stidham is under real pressure. Now, why did they blow the protection? I mean, this is one of the best offensive lines of football. It was a late stem by Vrabel that allowed them to do it. So you could question the play calling and the decision both because they don't really have a big power back. It was an issue all year, especially when Dobbins went down.
Yeah.
So Sean, rolled out. I don't really know where the ball was supposed to go. It's a weird play. Maybe it was supposed to go to Lil Jordan Humphrey. I'm not exactly sure, but there was no place to go for the ball. And Milton Williams is all over.
See, my biggest issue is it's illustrative of you got these guys that have invented the game, like reinvented it, like Sean Payton. And they let analytics just
no doubt
let them forget everything they know about football.
It's true. There's no way. Sean Payton's on record looking at some of these playoff games going, just take the points. Like he's in his office looking up there, take the points. And he knows that's probably like he has regrets, major regrets, so about that decision. He's going to have to live with it. But yes, the analytics have basically, osmosis just crept into all these different offensive minds. And now, and it's early in the game, cuz.
Right.
And late in the game when you might have 2 or 3 possessions left, you got to go for it. The other team is hot. Like I get some of that. But I remember Doug Peterson telling me, I'm not here to trash Doug, but, obviously they went for it, Philly special from the 2. The play was supposed to be from the 1. But his thing was he was making these decisions on 4th downs on Wednesday because that's what the analytics were telling him on Wednesday, not game day when maybe your right guard is out or maybe it's a blizzard or
right.
Whatever. Like, I'm with you. Like just it's early in the game. It's first quarter. Go up 10-0. If they start changing their game plan to try and cut that lead.
And your defense is playing well. And you know how it is. Like, when you tack on, you're like, all of a sudden, New England, you got a young quarterback on the other side against your defense, which is really good. And now he starts to look up, and it's more than one score. It's a 2-score game. Eyes get bigger. Like, and look what happened, right? Fluke play turnover, and you go from being up 10-0 to being tied, and you've lost all the momentum, even though you outplayed them the whole half.
Yeah, no. Look, and they should have made the big play on the go route. He hit his guy, and and they got in the scoring. You're right. I mean, you could relive it, but I'm with you. I was a big fan of kicking a field goal right there. 10-0 in that game. Now it's early, so the defense could get pierced and Drake May could get hot, whatever. But I'd take my chances with that defense up 10-0.
Do you guys think it's a little bit of hubris in that? Because Sean Payton, everyone was like, "Oh, he can't wait to win this game with Stidham. He can't wait to pull this off." Is there? Do you think a little bit of hubris where he's like, "Oh, 4th and 1. What do you see what I do with this kid? I'm going to go up 14-0."
Sean's got an ego like a lot of guys, and it's big. But I don't think he was thinking like that. I just think, we got a chance to, maybe step on their throat a little bit here.
Got greedy.
Yeah, he got greedy.
He got greedy. Like, listen, it's tantalizing, right? Of course, you want to go for it. You want to get sevens. I mean, he's like his menu. It's a Jersey diner menu with the lunch specials on it. So you see he's got little tabs for everything. So he's got a 4th down. He's got a group of 4th down plays. Right.
The play was not a great. If you're going to go for it, the play is not a great play, cuz. Like, I'm not sure. Like, it wasn't blocked properly, first of all. But is it a run pass option? Like, did Stidham go with it? So, hey, credit New England, man. They made a nice little. I have always said this in the NFL. Why don't defenses stem late, like the University of Georgia does, and screw up? Because there's nothing worse than I got my blocking assignment at right guard. I'm Quinn Miners. I'm an all-pro right guard. And all of a sudden, 1 second before the snap, my tackle jumps inside me. And you just go, why don't defenses do that more?
Yes. Yeah, you're right. The Georgia thing, you're so right, man. You're so right about that. It just messes up an offense. It really does.
Yeah.
What's your view on Josh Allen, right? Like, because now – the Buffalo thing has blown up, right? Sean's out. Now, Allen is getting – and it goes back to – it's amazing how history repeats itself. And we're back in the Jim Kelly days. Like, can't win a big game, can't win the big one. What's your view on all this? Because the internet's blowing up.
Yeah. Well, it's still a team game, and we love Josh Allen. We need Josh Allen. But the idea that you can just put the team on your back and just make all these decisions, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, they were saying the same thing about Sam Darnold up until yesterday or Sunday. Like, he can't win those games. He's going to turn over, and he didn't. But look at all the pieces around him. Look at what he's got to work with. He's got the best defense in all of football, right? With a defensive-minded coach that's going to make those type of decisions in real time. He's got the number 1 wide receiver in football. Right? They've got all these different personnel groupings. He's got Rashid Shaheed, might be the fastest player in the league, right? I mean, there's real speed from that kid. So you look at some of these things and you just go, Josh Allen doesn't have any of that. Now, I'm not here to defend what he does have. I'm not here to defend the owner trashing Keon Coleman, but Keon Coleman wouldn't be playing for Seattle. He wouldn't get on the field in Seattle, right?
No.
So, I don't know what receiver you would take in Buffalo over the top 3 receivers, Cooper Kupp, Rashid Shaheed, or Jackson Smith and Jigba. Would you take anybody on Buffalo's team over any 3 of those guys?
I'm hearing all the shade thrown at Josh Allen. I'm going, Brandon Cooks, who was on the street, became his number 1 receiver the minute they signed him off his couch.
Yeah. And just think about this with Brandon Cooks. I mean, Malcolm Jenkins put him to sleep in a Super Bowl game. That was 10 years ago. Like that was 10 years ago. We're still like he's okay. He can still run fast. How many teams has he been on since that day? I mean, he's been on 6 teams since then for a reason.
I mean, devil's advocate will say, though, they had one of the best offensive lines. They had the league's best rushing attack.
Yeah.
And, to go out like that with that combination is a little underwhelming when you got the MVP quarterback.
Yeah. No, look, I mean, it's it goes with the territory. I mean, Peyton was never Peyton until he won a Super Bowl because he didn't win a national championship at Tennessee. It traveled with him. Like he didn't, he was in his 30s by the time he won a Super Bowl. And so it's just going to be one of those things that's going to travel with him. It's just going to be with him until you break through.
Yeah. You know else team was built like that in the early 2000s? Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
Had great O-line, good running game, no receivers.
I mean,
until T.O.,
and then they went all the way to the Super Bowl, and and then the quarterback, okay.
All right, hey Baldi, we got BG coming up. Do you want to hang with and hang with BG? If you're busy, you got to do what you got to do.
I got to help fix the 49ers here. They're in a little bit of
that's right.
I would love to. Yeah, if BG is here later in the week, we might be able to do it.
What's up with that, by the way? What are they going to do? Hey, and by the way, real quick, before you run, I'm afraid of the Giants. I think Harbaugh is a great move for them.
Well, it's good. It's good because they need a better division. Honestly, they need the Cowboys and Giants to be good. They need Washington to beat other than Drek. It's kind of a fault. You need to get tested in your division. Look at the NFC West and who came out of it. You need those games. You need playoff type atmosphere games during the season. And so they need the NFC East to be better. Let's just think about when it was the NFC Beast with the Giants and the Eagles and the Cowboys and Washington back then. Like they were winning Super Bowls, were all coming out of the East. Like I think it's important for the Giants to be good, not just from the league standpoint, which is a marquee franchise, but you need better coaching in the division.
Yeah.
So all the way around, it's going to make everybody else better.
Yeah. It's a great point. It really is a great point. All right, my brother.
Yeah.
All right. Don't fix San Francisco too good. All right.
Yeah. Right.
That division is going to force them. I'm going to see a bunch of those guys out there practice the Senior Bowl here today in Mobile. So I remember seeing John Lynch. John Lynch was here last year on the field during all the drills, and they drafted 3 defensive linemen from that draft last year. 2 of them, I mean, I think all 3 are going to be pretty good players. One's got to come back from an ACL, but they'll have a good contingency out there today at practice.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. After you get back from, you go get some sun after the Senior Bowl, and then when you come back, it's draft time, brother.
Oh, I know. Believe me.
Right.
I know what season, follows this. So we got a little trip going, elsewhere, right after the season. But, when I come back, we'll have time.
I got all kinds of stuff for you.
All right. Good.
All
good.
right. I'm ready to
Sharpen
go.
it up, man. I'm ready to go out and eyeball these kids right now.
I love it. Baldi. Thanks, brother. You're the man.
See you guys.
See you, brother. There he is, the great Baldi. Yeah, coming up, our man BG, VG.
Can't wait for some BG time. He's the best. He's the only one who can. He's the only one who can make me kind of happy on this kind of weather. Is BG,
dude? Nobody has a smile like BG. Like his disposition. It was funny. We had some clip on social media, and someone said, every time BG laughs, I start to laugh. It's contagious. Yeah. He's the guy that lights up a room.
Yeah, he's infectious.
If I think back to the Eagles, the guys that lit up a room, and a lot of them come from defenses, not many of them, but like Trot was one.
Right.
Like when Trot would come in the room lit up. BG's like that. Lights up the room.
Yeah. Fred X, he might be the only offensive guy.
Who? Fred X. All right. Okay.
I'm trying to think.
Take,
I was trying to think old heads on the offensive side with some personality.
No, not Fred X. He didn't light up the room. No.
No.
You think Five got excited when he came into the room?
I mean, T.O. Five didn't like when T.O. came in.
All right. Let's take care of some business. Talk about our friends. Then we'll go to BG. Looking forward to that. First, how about Parks Casino? Yeah. Street Road, Bend, Salem. How about a night for headline entertainment? Just announced, Parks Casino welcomes back the Long Island medium, Teresa Caputo. That's Greg's last name. Violations Greg Caputo. It's his cousin. June 6th, the Long Island medium. How about Funny Man Wayne Brady, July 18th? Tickets still available for Saturday night, a night of classic Southern rock. The Marshall Tucker Band, Jefferson Starship. You got it. That's all of it. Friday, March 6th, Candlebox. Saturday, March 14th, Tracy Morgan. They got all the big shots at the Excite Center at Parks Casino. All kinds of incredible entertainment. ParksCasino.com to buy tickets for all shows. Parks Casino, you got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now let's talk about Rothman and our good friends at Rothman Orthopedics. Look, the mission at Rothman is simple. Get back to doing what you love to do. At some point, trust me, you're going to reach a point where you wake up and you go, oh, man, shoulder out of whack, back out of whack, elbow, knee, ankle, Achilles is tender. Well, guess what? Rothman's got a team of doctors for each body part. That's right. The greatest specialist in the land doing God's work right here at Rothman Orthopedics. Check them out. Go to RothmanOrtho.com. All right? You see it all out. Book your appointment. It's RothmanOrtho.com/PHLY and book your appointment today. Get back to doing what you love with Rothman Orthopedics. All right. Now, it's a snowstorm. The Eagles we're getting ready for the Super Bowl. We got no birds. The Sixers lost yesterday in embarrassing fashion.
Brutal.
The Flyers got shut out. You know what I mean?
All right, this is Greta. Say hi, Greta.
Oh,
Goodbye, Greta.
Look at Greta. Oh,
Goodbye, Greta.
We're showing our dogs today. I love it.
Yeah.
You know what we need? Besides Greta and the Goots?
Yes.
We need BG.
Yeah, we do.
Hello to the great Brandon Grant.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, baby?
Man, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Just down here about to hit some golf balls after this.
Where you at?
I'm at in town. It's like the golf simulator. It's like out here, Bryn Mawr. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fabulous, man.
Yeah. Took the kids to school. They got in around, they had a 10 o'clock start. And now I'm just going to hit some balls and then I'm going to go home, see wifey for a little bit, and then go get the kids.
My kids are off today.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my wife is off today at Agnes Irwin, but the kids got a late start at 10 o'clock. So that's why I was like, man, that's perfect.
Yeah, you go hit some golf balls, relax. That's nice, man. You can sleep in a little bit. That's all right, man. That's pretty good. You have that way, dude. When you walk in the room, you light it up, man. You're like a flashlight. Boom. Come on.
You know what? I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful that, just try to look at the little things of life. It's like, I don't know how long I got here and you don't know who you helping at those times, but man, I'm thankful for sure to even be in this position.
Well, guess what? You make people's day, and it's a gift. And so continue to lean into it because it's a beautiful thing. It really is. And especially now where you know how much this matters to us. So we're not used to anytime. And listen, you want to say we're spoiled? All right. But Bird's not in the Super Bowl.
Man.
I mean, it loses something, man. We've gotten 3 of them in the
Mhm.
last 10 years, right?
Yes.
3. Man, I love we love it.
It feel good, man, because everything, just even right now, going through just what the Patriots doing right now and all the other team, Seattle, it's like everybody's making their plans. They getting out there. They take this week off to really get the plans in order, and then you go on that Sunday, and man, media day, all the stuff you going down the whole list of what you got to do during the week. But the whole goal is a business trip, and you trying to go out there to win. So you try to have your fun, but at the same time, you got to win that game so you can have your fun after the game.
So take us through each one. All right.
Mhm.
So let's start with the miracle, right? Like the one that nobody expected. Nick Foles, we survived Falcons, roll the
Mhm.
Vikings, and now we're off to play the Patriots. What do you remember from that moment? We'll get to the game next week, but let's
Mhm.
leading up to it. What do you remember from that?
I just remember when we did media day and we all came on the big stage with both teams, and they just had this swagger about themselves. Like, we've been here before. We already know what's going on. And us, we got our phones out. We like, oh man, we so excited to be here. But we knew what the mission was. But I feel like we went out there and it was kind of like a strong presence of them. Like, yeah, we gonna get them. You know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't even supposed to go that year. That if in everybody's eyes, because nobody expected that. It just popped up on us. And when they made a couple adjustments for the year, Jay Ajayi was a big pickup. Blunt was out there taking care of business in the run game, and then yeah, everybody just did their part. But man, I just remember them that day. I was like, whoo. Tom Brady and them boys, the way they just showed up, it was just like, yeah, we've been here before. Can't wait. And that's how the Chiefs was, even in the last one. It's like, yeah, this is about to be a three-peat. You know, that good feeling of they know they about to win. And it was so sweet when we knocked that ball out of his hand, boy, because I'm telling you, it was like that. It was over with. The game was over once it started. And I just remember making that play, man, and couldn't believe it. Really couldn't believe that I just stripped it out of Brady's hands. And as much as we've been going back and forth, it was like we finally got him, and I was just thankful that it happened.
What do you remember with Nick, with Foles, right?
Mhm.
Like the belief. It was so interesting because I think the whole town started to really believe in this figure, right? Like Saint Nick. Like, and remember
Mhm.
the the Raider game was rough.
Rough.
First half of the Falcons game, like if that interception, remember the ball, it looked like Keanu O'Neal's going to pick it
It
off.
got tipped. It got tipped.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
and Torrey Smith came right up under it. Yeah. Oh,
So, like, if that goes the other way, we lose the game. Or if Matt Ryan is able to hit Julio, we lose
yes.
the game. Like, what do you remember from that? Was there a belief inside? Like, you go, you know what, this dude's gonna come through.
You know what? It really I really felt like after that Rams game when Malcolm came up and just talked to us and got everybody focused, like, hey, it sucked for Carson, but we behind Nick too. Nick gonna take us. If they don't score, they don't win. And that was just we all we got, we all we need. And that line came up real big in that moment because I felt like everybody was kind of like, oh man, Carson down, all this stuff. But Malcolm had to, kind of make sure that everybody know who we are as a team. It's like, yeah, one of our mans go down, next man up, and we got to be behind him 100%. And man, when he took that over, that started the belief. But I felt like we needed that game against Minnesota to show like what Nick could really do because, like you said, we just got done getting out of that Falcons game, and it's like, whoo, he made it through. And then we even went down 7-0. But I don't think nobody flinched at all. Everybody was just like, okay, they got a good play on us, and then we went 3 and out. And then, boy, when that pick six happened, that's when it started. It started right there in the playoffs when we started to really believe, because when you seen just how comfortable he was out there, how many dimes he was throwing, how he was moving in the pocket, you just knew it was divine, man. It was in that order this year, and that we was going out there to win that game. But that Minnesota game, that was the one that really got us and propelled us to get ready for a back and forth with the Patriots. Because if he had like another struggle, it would have been a little tough going against Brady and them. You know what I'm saying? And you just never know. But I thought that raised his level of confidence. Then on top of that, the team and of course the fans as they watching it. But yeah, man, Nick was, man, I was proud of him because he came in a lot of chaos, boy, at a time where we had a chance and Carson was the everything, MVP, all that. You know what I'm saying? And so you had some big shoes to fill at that point, and everybody just embraced him, especially after that Minnesota game.
You know
What
what's
was
nuts
that?
too? Real quick. You know what's nuts was the Minnesota won the week before on a miracle against New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yep.
Like
Caught the catch at the end because he didn't want to hit him. And boy, oh man, I would have been sick. I would still be
Right?
turned off that one. Oh yeah,
Right?
Philly would have turned the TV up. Everybody would have hit their TV on that one. I would have hated for Philly to go through something like that.
Yeah. But it was funny because we weren't even supposed to play in the Vikings.
Yeah.
It was wild. It just
I ain't gonna lie, that year the Saints was rolling that year too. So it's like they was tough.
I swear I still believe that was divine. Like it was meant to be. Like it was the football.
Oh, yeah.
You never want to say it's God, it's football, but it was the football gods that made us win. I don't know.
No, I mean, I know it's everybody's. I feel like we always say we living right. A majority of our team was living right because that's how it is. Because it's like when you see like a Milton been living right, man. You go to the right team, they pay you a big contract, and then you go again. I'm like, I was just talking to him. I'm like, man, I'm so proud of you, man, because I seen him work since day one. He jumped in the front of the line when he first got here. Him and Teron Jackson, they both was, man, just hyper all the time and going. And it was kind of like, all right, man, slow down, hold on. We trying to keep up with y'all boys because them boys was so happy to be here. So to see some of them guys being able to make it again, especially Milt, it's like, man, you living right. That's what we say.
I was wrong with Milton. I thought Milton was going to have
I can't hear you in the middle. I can't hear you. I don't know why I can't hear your mic.
Hello.
Because even when I was in the waiting, I couldn't hear his mic. So I was gonna jump back out and jump back in because I don't know if that's
I'll
mine.
jump out. You guys keep going. I'll jump.
Yeah, let VG jump out. We'll let VG jump out.
Hold on.
Back. All right. So now let's go. Wait, we lost BG too? I said let VG. All right. We now will go to the
lost everybody?
Yeah, well, I think BG jumped out too.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be just VG to jump out.
Yep.
Here's my.
Yeah.
You want to try it now? All right, here we go. So let's go to the second Super Bowl, right? Let's go to Kansas City. What do you remember for that one? Because Howie redoes the team, right, which was unbelievable. And now it's Jalen, it's Nick, it's Steichen. The offense was cooking. It was, the read option, and Jalen was cooking. What do you remember leading up to that?
Well, you know what? I just remember just how hard we worked in training camp. Just seeing us dominate against some of those joint practices, and you be like, man, the defense balling, but you don't really get to see the offense all the time because we working just like they working. And so when you hear how people talking, do you hear people talking in practice and you see them and everybody excited, having a good time. And he's like, man, you start to feel real good. Because that's how I felt in 2017 because we dominated the Dolphins. And we was like that when they came to play us in preseason and we had them joint practices, man, we was tearing them up. And that's when you really start to see like what your team really made of, because everybody be practicing against each other every day, but it's like it's nothing like when you got another opponent that you ain't seen and that you trying to dominate. And so I thought in training camp, that's when we kind of got a whiff of, man, how good we could be, because Hassan was out there cooking, Sweaty J, myself, you got Hargrave, you got, man, who else we have out there? I mean, with us having, all of us having double digits, it's just like, that was so cool. But man, I just remember saying in training camp, like, boy, if we stay healthy, man, we gonna be all right. And sure enough, we stayed healthy, leading all the way up to enjoying the season, got to the Super Bowl, and of course, it sucked because the traction wasn't as good. Arizona field is not as good on top of the paint that they had and stuff. And you know, I don't like making excuses, but that was
The
a little part of
Godfather.
that was part of us, because
Yes.
we was
Yes.
dominating all year, and for the line not being able to have that traction like you need, man, it was tough. It's tough. I feel like Arizona need to go ahead and get them some turf. Be on the turf, be in the turf instead of sliding that little field in, because they didn't take care of it that day.
That was the you remember they brought the guy in from Kansas City,
Yeah,
Godfather,
yeah,
and he was the one that made, and you're right, like we were that your unit that year was spectacular. The back end was way better this year, or the last couple of years.
yeah,
Last year, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Than it was that year. Your front dominated. I mean, it
yeah.
was just unbelievable.
Man, and that's what I'm saying. It's like we that year, everything was clicking, man. Even the week of, well, practice was great. We was, man, it was a great hard fought game, because it went the distance. Everybody was going back and forth, and that's how you want to do it. And we even got that 2 point to tie it up, and to lose off that call. Oh my goodness, that would have been cool, because they could have got to try to kick a field goal. Who knows? Who knows? We block it. We block it or whatever. Like we do something crazy. You know, it could have been all that, but man, that was one that stung at a time where it was like, man, I felt like that was a one game, because when we was up 21-10, was it 21? No, it was what was it? Halftime. What was halftime score?
Yeah,
17? Did we
I
have
think it was
17?
21.
Oh,
We were up
it,
double digits.
we would have been up 21-7 if Jalen didn't fumble. Jalen fumbled.
Yes.
But we had the false start before, then he fumbled. Because it was 3rd and 1, then it went to 3rd and 6, and then he
Yes.
fumbled it. They scored. Dang, what was that score?
I'll
But
tell
yeah,
you right now.
we would have blew them up. We would have, man, we was on our
24 to
way.
14.
Yes, that's what it was. 24-14. And it's like,
24-14.
and man, I'm like, because we should have been like we was scoring almost every drive.
Yeah.
And when he fumbled, it was tough, because I would have went up. We would have went up 2 scores, even though we was up 24-14, but it would have been 14 points instead of the 10. And man, I remember him going into halftime. He was all yelling like my ankle, and all that stuff. And sure enough, he came out there running again. I'm like, man. He earned that one though. But like I say, that field was not good for a D lineman. But we all got to play on it, but it just sucked that it had to be like that. Cause man, we had that D line. Man, that D line was humming that year.
I still don't
Ah,
know. I still don't know how he came back the way he did. It was like
mhm.
Rihanna. Rihanna was the halftime act. It was like she healed him at halftime.
I know she healed him with with her songs and all that, man. But man, you know what? It was a great game for me to go through since 24 came. Like looking back on it, it's like, man, I stood tall in it. I didn't run. I dapped everybody up. Went outside. I didn't run to the locker room. Went to say what's up to coach. Let them enjoy, because when you out there, you going crazy because you won the Super Bowl. So I'm trying to still, show love and do all that too. Be in that moment with them, because at the end of the day, I felt like we was coming back, and that was just like that was mindset, just like how everybody else was. Just like, man, we'll be back, because we gonna come back next year and we gonna be ready, and you know how I go. And then even 23, that come up, you had to deal with that, because it was a lot of Oh, it's the Super Bowl hangover, or no, not Super Bowl hangover. We started strong, but everybody didn't like how we was winning, and so it's like, they won, but
10-1.
yeah, 10-1. But man, that junk, it just sucked that everything that people were saying that just happened the way it did, and we just went on that slump. Them last however many games and lost in the first round of the playoffs to a team that we ran on the first time. Boy, we had like 200 yards rushing against them. But when we didn't do that. We didn't do that coming out there that time. But man, 24 popped up, and that was the greatest. That was the greatest, man, right there. Because like you say, the back end was great. We was out there still balling. And then for me to come back from being able to come out there and play, that was so cool. Just being able to, the timing of it, like you say, the divine order. 2.5 months. They like, hey, you will start feeling good right there. And I was feeling great. I was out there practicing, doing what I do. And sure enough, man, we went out there and dominated. What I feel we would have did that if that line, you see what that line was doing? They was chasing Mahomes out there. Man. Oh, but like you said,
It was
it's
funny.
tough not seeing the birds in it this year. It is tough.
That was the best team in my lifetime, right? Like, I think back to all those Eagles teams, and man, like, first of all, the defense was unbelievable. Like every level of the defense, from the front to Zach Bond and the linebackers and the Kobe to the secondary, man, that was a complete defense. And then you had Saquon and the O-line and Jalen. Like, it was just a great, AJ and Devontae, the best Eagles team that and it was dominant. That was the only thing this year that selfishly, and look, it's the NFL, so it's hard. But the only thing that selfishly was disappointing is that I want back-to-back means like a dynasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the story that you tell later on.
We never had it. Like, never.
I mean, you just gotta sit back and see, because it's different waves of it. It's different times you drafting really well. Right now, we are drafting really well. We got a lot of guys that's here that's been drafted. That's one of the stars of our team. We can't retain all of them. That's how you know you drafting good, because everybody's getting paid. And the Kobe, you got Jordan Davis, who you got to make a decision on. You got Jalen Carter coming up. Quinyon, the best corner in the league right now. Him and Coop, both of them. And then, you got all the supporting cast around them, like Reed Blankenship. That was a great hit or on an undrafted player, picking them up. And it's just, man, the talent of guys they've been bringing in. We've been sharpening each other, because it's been a lot of battles between Devontae and Coop and Q and AJ and all them. It's just good going against like a good back like Saquon, even though we don't see him all the time, but when we do see him, you can see the burst from how he burst through the line and stuff like that. So it's always good to have those type of guys on your team, because we all are sharpening each other. And man, the Eagles does a great job of the last couple of years with the draft. So as long as we keep that going, man, and keeping our money together where we can retain as many as we can, I feel good, man, about the years to come, because we could be having a dynasty getting started. It could start this year, and then you keep going. But man, it sucked with the Eagles not being in it this year. But I know Howie and them got a plan for this next one.
Hey, real quick, Christian Parker, who is a terrific coach, he goes to Dallas to be their DC. Clint Hurt, who is a terrific defensive line coach, interviewed in Miami for their DC job. You got to talk about those guys. You know them. They're really strong, great dudes. I hate to see them go, but I'm happy for the two guys that get elevated.
Yeah, I mean, is that a for sure with Clint?
Well, we don't know yet. He interviewed down there. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy because Christian, that's a great opportunity for him. I know he's always wanted to be a DC, hopefully, head coach one day too. But to go there out of all places, it
I
sucks. It
know.
sucks.
I
That's the only
know.
thing. That's the only thing I'm like, oh, we gonna see him twice a year.
I
But
know.
he is a good coach, man. He gonna be great over there. And I know that Q and those guys, I mean, everybody's time it's timing with everything, and so for his time is right now for the DC job. But it was great to have him for 2 years for Q and those guys so that they can take something with them, so that they can continue to keep staying what they doing with the new coach, then learn well staying what he did with some stuff that keep them like their foundation. And then you get the new coaches come in. Hopefully it is another good one with what's the name moving up, Joe Casper, because he
Yeah.
is good too. I mean,
I
man,
love Casper.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love
Yeah.
that they elevated him and he's the head guy now. And hopefully we get Clint back. And man, because those coaches, they hard to replace. But I understand it's a situation where you gotta do what's right for your family. And I'm happy for Christian because I know the pay is different too. And that's what that's
Exactly.
exactly it. Hey, them dollars making sense. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry, y'all. I see y'all on the other side.
Now all we need is an OC. We'll be all right. Like that's
Yeah,
that's all that
man,
matters.
we gonna get that right. We gonna get that right. Hopefully soon. But I just know that this is the biggest decision of their life. Of this next OC coming in. They got Vic in the defense. Hopefully we get Clint back, like I said, because I like even JK getting that spot, because man, it's not gonna be a drop off at all with him playing it, because he know how Vic roll already, and so that's gonna be nice. But yeah, man, we gotta get that started, because I just want everybody to get that quick burst of fresh air, of like, oh man, it's like, yes, ooh, now I could chill for a little bit, get the off season. Let's see what the draft talking about.
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Right now
yeah.
it's just all about the coordinator and who they're gonna hire. And I know this is the biggest decision of the off season, because they're gonna take care of the rest.
All right. Thursday, special edition of Brandon Graham Unblock Live. So Thursday morning, 8 o'clock, we go BG Live.
We
All
live,
right.
y'all.
I love when you're live. So
Yep.
I want everybody to tune in to all PHLY, because we're going to have BG Live on Thursday. So we're pumped up.
Let's go, baby.
Let's do it. Love you,
Unblock.
brother. Unblock. Listen, go hit him straight. All right.
Yeah, I'm about to get out there. Yeah, we about to play.
Yeah, nice.
I'm about to play Liberty National, because you can play different golf courses on there.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't know if you ever been there, man. It's
Now
nice.
I'll
I
meet
only
you
been there.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there one time, and it was pretty cool out there. But yeah, nah, thank you.
You're the best, brother. We love you, man. Thanks, BG.
Oh yeah.
Bring
All right.
this up. The great Brandon Graham. We are it's so much fun when you get BG just to brighten your day, man. Are you kidding me? He's the greatest. He really
Oh
is.
yeah. It makes
He's
me
the
feel
best.
good. I feel good already. I might actually go outside now. I feel so good.
All right. We got to take care of some business. All right. We got to talk about our friends. Let's do that.
Elkin Chevrolet, run by three brothers, real brothers, local guys. They're at the dealership every day, making sure everything's going smooth. And right now, they're lining up deals that are hard to beat. They got a huge inventory of Chevy trucks and SUVs, everything people actually want to drive. Silverados, Colorados, Trailblazers, Equinox, Tahoe, Suburbans, you name it, they got it. And the prices, well, they'll move fast. So if you've been thinking about it, now's the time. Whether you get into the game, getting to work, or just getting out of town for a little bit, you'll drive off in the perfect ride, and it'll be at the perfect price. And here's the thing. Elkins isn't just a one-and-done kind of place. These are the guys you go back to again and again because they treat you right, no runaround, no games, just real people, real deals. Elkins Chevrolet, they're real brothers, real deals, and a whole lot of honking good service going on. It's Route 73 south of Marlton, real easy to get to, right over the bridge. And you know what we say, together, let's drive. Everybody's got their favorite hard tea, but have you ever turned the can over to read what's inside it?
You can't. You know why? Because they don't tell you. They don't want you to know. They're hiding what's inside the can. Crooked tea, totally different. Crooked tea, they don't hide it. They brag about it. You know why? Because Crooked Tea brews real USDA organic tea for real flavor. And it's got 0 sugar. There's no fake junk hiding behind the label. What you see, that's what you drink. Next time you're at the store, try it. Try it if you don't believe me. Flip the can over. If you can't find the ingredients, you know what you do? You put it back on the shelf. And then you grab a Crooked Tea. 0 sugar, real tea, and it's fully transparent. You know it, Philly. Real recognizes real. So why drink the fake stuff? Crooked Tea. The only thing better? The strip sack in the Super Bowl. Visit crookedtea.com to find a store near you. I like the goal horn kind of thing.
I love the goal. I'm a huge goal horn fan.
Yeah, same.
Dude, I was, can I get one more time? We lost. The Sixers were down by 50 after 3 quarters.
Yes.
In Charlotte against a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
Islanders shut out the Flyers.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't talk about it. I wanted to bring it up earlier. But Bader, Harrison Bader, goes to the Giants.
For nothing.
Harrison Bader?
For nothing.
10 million?
Yeah, come on. Like, I know he's going to regress. He had a career year last year, but 10 mil a year?
I mean,
I don't understand.
I can't get Harrison Bader.
Right, dude.
Look, I don't want to be
what they're
spoiled and all this stuff, but come on, man.
Getting Harrison Bader's not being spoiled.
I don't want to gripe all the time. I hate griping.
No, they deserve it this year. This is a terrible offseason. I know they signed Schwarber and JT. They needed to. But this is a terrible offseason from my perspective. It's a real cheap offseason.
I mean, you can't get Harrison Bader? Like, come on, bro.
I thought he was getting 20 mil a year. I tweeted out, I was like, oh yeah, I'm out. I would never pay him 20 mil a year. Then I was like, wait, this is 20 mil for 2 years. Come on. Like Marsh is still here. I'm so over Marsh right now.
I know.
And I'm a big Otto Kemp fan, but on the right-hand side, right-handed bat, I'd much rather have Harrison Bader.
Exactly. Come on. Like, I need baseball too. Like, I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah.
The Flyers, I'm in a good place with the Flyers, right? Like,
I'm surprised you got the hat on today.
It doesn't matter. I'm ride and die with them. Like, I know I expected last night. I wasn't upset over it. I mean, I understood you're overplaying Ersan because of Vladar. I mean, that's the truth of the matter.
Yeah, you got nobody else.
He is what he is. So my expectations are my expectations. Now, there's one thing I'm a little concerned with is Zegras has been cold.
Yeah, he's dropping off.
The good thing is Michkov has been active. He had another 4 shots on goal.
Mm-hmm.
But Zegras, he's like a ghost.
It's that they gave Dvorak that contract, and they offensively they've kind of dipped a bit.
Yeah,
everyone's calling it the Dvorak effect, but yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I was reading a story yesterday about Michkov. They're switching him up on the wings. He's playing right wing now. He's going to be left wing. I don't know. I'm just saying with that, that's a Tocchet I trust deal. Tocchet he's still got the benefit of that with me. And he will throughout this year, probably in the next year.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Tocchet's my man.
So, yeah, I mean, but the effort yesterday was the effort of both teams was pretty weak.
Even weak. Sixers, though. Listen,
that's just embarrassing.
I mean, that was an embarrassment. Come on now. I mean, it was horrible. Even Tyrese was off. Tyrese couldn't do anything.
No, he was terrible. And he should have just taken the day off. He didn't want to play. You could tell he didn't want to play.
Yeah.
Hey, your boy was the only one who showed up yesterday. Kelly Oubre. I mean, I saw a clip going around. Rich Hoffman, who does that great newsletter every day for PHLY Sports, you get it in your mailbox like 7:30 a.m. There's a clip around him saying, "Do not trade Kelly Oubre. He cannot be traded at this deadline." I was like, my cuz may disagree with this one.
Yeah, he's not an untouchable in my eyes. I need someone to rebound. Seriously,
I just want a rebounder. I just want a for the rebound.
You know, listen, I'm fine with Oubre. I just think he's off the bench. I don't like him starting.
I 100% agree with you. He's a perfect 6th or 7th man.
I need a second unit. I'm down with Kelly in the second unit, but first I need somebody to rebound, man. Unselfish.
McCain looked terrible to start the game. Junk time, he started to make some threes. Maybe that's translate because he was a big thing. That was a piece I wanted to move. Now he's so bad right now, you can't even move him for anything.
Dude, he's slow.
He was never fast, but he's super slow after this injury.
He's slow, dude. Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do with him. Yeah, honestly, it's a shame. I just don't know what you're going to do with him. So we got Milwaukee tonight, so we'll have that tonight. What about your college hoops? You got anything college hoops?
I haven't even looked for the slate tonight. I was so excited about last night's slate.
We're going to start the grind up with the brain again. You know that.
I know. I don't know if he didn't like it last time because I was close to him. We got my boys accused tonight. Oh, tonight we got it's a good one. 7:00. Nebraska, Michigan. Michigan's number 3. Nebraska.
Oh yeah.
Michigan. Yeah. They go deep. That'll be a good one.
Nebraska's unbeaten. The Huskers. I told Matt, I go, you picked the wrong time to go to Nebraska. You turned into a basketball. You got there and turned into a basketball school. Like, were you kidding? All right. All right. Before we go to back in the day, I got to give you. So Joel Sherman and John Heyman had Harrison Bader on. I want to play a clip for you.
Oh no, am I gonna get sad?
Yeah. I want to play this clip of Harrison Bader, and then tomorrow I want to build a show around this scoundrel in Colorado. We're gonna have an enemy tomorrow.
Who's the scoundrel in Colorado?
He's an announcer for the Avalanche.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go to war tomorrow.
Oh, perfect.
Tomorrow's a good day to go to war with somebody.
War Wednesday. It's War Wednesday.
Yeah, I want to go to war. I want to war with somebody, and I found the perfect guy to go to war with. I want to get everybody riled up. Because we're getting too divided over the OC search, right? Now it's time to bring the ranks in and go attack somebody.
Yes, there's 2 camps. One, nobody wants to be here, or the other camp is, hey, they're just interviewing everyone to do their due diligence. Yeah, there's 2 camps.
Right. Let's unite the camps. All right. But first, I don't know, Tyler, do you have?
You get an opportunity last year to play with the Twins. I mean, that was an awesome opportunity for me to play left field. I got to play every day next to a player I've loved and admired from afar for so long in Byron Buxton. And it was an opportunity that I just thought was great. I played left field in college. And I wanted to attack it head on. And, I kind of showed that I still have the ability to play left field if need be. You just never know what tool you might have to pull out to be attractive to a front office. So kind of seizing that, getting to an opportunity where, I get traded, like you mentioned, to the Phillies. And I'll just say this now, too. I mean, my time in Philadelphia was probably some of the best baseball I've ever been a part of. That was the most incredible fan base that I've ever had an opportunity to play in front of for a couple months. I mean, you kind of go around that locker room. And I don't want to leave anybody out. But, you talk about Bryce Harper, you talk about JT Realmuto, you talk about Trey Turner, you talk about Kyle Schwarber. I mean, those are guys that you just have so much respect for because the way I put it is they sit at a different table in the major leagues. The energy they bring, the talent they have, obviously, their level of production, their level of consistency. Getting to share a locker room with those guys was something I'll remember for forever. And then you talk about the front office and some of the personnel. I mean, Rob Thompson, Kevin Long, John Middleton brought his energy every single day whenever he was at the ballpark. It's just a fantastic ownership group. Dave Dombrowski every single day, whether it's on the road or in the game, before and after. It's just so many amazing people that I got an opportunity to share, baseball with and share the game with and share a locker room with. That just an amazing experience. And kind of using that to fuel that I really did want to find a home. I really did want to find somewhere I can go for more than 1 year like I have in years past. So San Francisco just gave me a fantastic opportunity to do that. And I'm just very excited to be able to step in the same way I have in other clubhouses in the past and really just kind of settle in and be my best version of myself, not only as a competitor, but as a teammate.
He loved everything about it. He would have came here for $9 million a year. My God. Come on.
I love Bader.
It's
Bader.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous that he's not here. Right. 2 years, 18 mil. I mean, what are they promising Crawford? He's going to play every day, and that's why he wants to play every day. But you can't promise a rookie he's going to play every day.
I'd rather have Bader than Marsh.
In center. Yeah, yes. Bader center field, Crawford and Kemp and left if you want to do it that way. Get rid of Marsh. I'm over Marsh.
Bader.
I don't know.
Love Bader. I love Bader.
He even gave Dombrowski a shout out. Jeez, man.
I know. What a great dude.
Yes. Because these young guys, the Marsh, they don't bring the energy like Bader brought.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. All right. Time now to do a little back in the day. And call it.
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back in the day with True Mark. Oh yeah!
Do that?
All right. Huh?
Did you redo that?
No.
It sounded different to me.
Oh, maybe it's an old one. I don't know. It sounded a little hot in my earphones.
Yeah, you sound back. You're doing your thing,
right.
man.
Well,
Where we go?
January 27th, 1992, the headline, Boa becomes a Cub. Not great. One of the headlines and one of the sub-headlines, in Boa's view, the deal is dandy. One of the worst trades in the history of sports. Larry Boa and a young Ryan Sandberg for Ivan De Jesus.
De Jesus. God, I hated that. I hated De Jesus.
I hated him when he was a Cub. All right.
You remember? He would pop up. He was a shortstop who had no speed, would pop up. He was the king of the sky out.
Dude, it was like Boa and was it Dave Concepcion?
Yeah.
And Ozzy. They were like the short, like Ivan De Jesus was like second tier. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was horrible.
And then they lose they toss in a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer.
Dallas Green fleeced him. Dallas, God rest his soul. I talked to Boa last week. I wanted him to come on, and he was at Philly's fantasy camp.
Oh, nice. I have friends who go to that. They love that thing, man.
Yeah, Boa does. He's a blast. They go to the bar at night to hang out.
Yeah. I don't know how he was now, but a decade ago, he would chew into the players, man.
Oh, yeah. He's doing it big time. It was funny. He said to me, he goes, enjoy the snow. I'm in Clearwater. You rat bastard.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Anyway, listen, great stuff. I got to tell you, Jules and Tyler, you guys did a great job, man.
This is not easy.
Awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. Great stuff.
A lot of moving parts.
All right. Listen, everybody, have a great day. We love you. Thanks for hanging, and we'll see you in the morning.
We all silly like the mayor.